Hey, I hope all is well on your end. Happy Monday. I'm Amethyst Goddess from InAlignment Ministries. Okay, all right. I hope all is well with you all. I know this energy is a little wonky, but I think we'll be okay. Let's see here. I had a very interesting day so far, and I'm just like, I'm in a good spirit, but I do know that a lot of us need support. If you need support, you can feel free to shoot over a question if you need questions answered. Or if you follow me on IG, just underscore her tribe, like I really like answer my DMs. So if it's a thing where you need to just vent, to talk about your current situation, I am of service. I am here. Um, we don't have a lot of safe spaces like that. There's things out there like organizations and structures that say that they are there for the people, but sometimes it doesn't feel like a safe space. It doesn't feel genuine. And over here, it's genuine. It's real, y'all. So, like I said, my IG is just underscore her tribe. And you can like reach out to me, like DM me, like answer what I have on my stories where it says, how are you? Like, how you feeling? And I genuinely really want to know how you doing. Like, it's not a thing where I'm just filling up space or just doing engagement activities or whatever. I genuinely want to make sure you are good. And if I'm a resource, or if I know of a resource, I most certainly would love to help you. Okay. So I just want to put that out there. But happy Monday. Thank you for coming on this live with me. I really appreciate the love and support. For the most part, I commit to Mondays being the days that I actually upload a current energy video. So that's what pretty much I'm going to jump into. So if you're interested, uh, and following along and listening to see what resonates, I'm here. All right. So right now, I'm just copying the link, just letting you know where I'm at, so you guys can have it in the chat. All right. I am currently on a juice cleanse. I want to put this out there. I'm currently on a juice cleanse, and um, excuse me, how I got it set up. I'm a little behind, but how I got it set up is pretty much like fast, like for the bulk of the day, and then do my juices like high afternoon time. So like probably like 12 to 2, I'll probably be, drinking my juice, but I don't want to force anything. If I don't feel like I need to eat, not eat, but drink anything, I'll just stay hydrated, and like add my juices or whatever in as well. So I'm really excited for this particular opportunity because I needed this cleanse. I needed this detox, not just to reset my palate, but to reset like some things within me. And sometimes you have to do physical work in order, or physical effort in order to have a shift in your energy spiritually. So, everything works together. Um, as far as your bodies, there's different systems in place to help you with your energy, and one way, which is very spiritual, is food, right? If you think about how you're connected with food, a lot of our gatherings are centered around food, all of that. So I just want to make sure that I'm in alignment as much as possible, especially being a vessel to relay messages, especially when it comes to the work that I do. All right. I'm getting a good energy, even though it may you may feel like you're all over the place, or like the energy may seem like you're not really getting clarity or support. It's like a really beneficial energy right now to step into. We just recently have Venus and Virgo, so that will bring in a lot of stability in your relationships, especially for those who are in commitments. And if you're not in a commitment, this will be a great time for you to enhance your self-care regimens. So, for instance, Virgo, they're like all about like health. They're all about sometimes they can overanalyze and overthink things, but they really analyze, and that's their information. I analyze. They really analyze their lives and see what needs to be changed, what can be done over, how can we enhance. Like, they're really practical, even on a spiritual level. So on a spiritual level, as far as practicality, they will make sure they enhance their library as far as their books, like health and wellness books, spiritual books. If it's a thing about lifestyle, like they'll get crystals if necessary, or gemstones, or their lifestyle change as far as what they eat, their routine as far as um, their physical activities. So if they need to exercise, they'll do that. So all of that encompasses within the Venus energy. A lot of you will want more action um, to be displayed, or to be um, acknowledged as far as your relationships. So what I mean by that is uh, acts of service, being able to do things for each other and to help out one another. And it doesn't have to be just on a romantic level. It can also be on a platonic level, where if you want support, if you want feedback, if I rub your back, you rub mine, all of those type of situations. That is what we're looking for with this energy. Not only that, I'm just seeing that um, we're going to be really emotionally driven, but we're going to balance it out with like some analytics. So being able to tap into our emotions, observe our behaviors or our responses as far as our communication, and receiving the necessary clarity, whether it's within ourselves or if we're seeking feedback from others. We'll actually receive that positive feedback from others, especially if they are like-minded people, especially if they're meant to be in your circle, if they really truly understand you, or want to understand you and want to be in your presence, and vice versa. You'll be able to make a lot of headway as far as communication, misunderstandings within communication, certain projections, or insecurities, or feeling like defensive. Like, how do we react when things get intense? How do we resolve issues and clearly communicate, and as well as take responsibility for our actions, and be accountable for the things that we do, even if it is a thing where we're triggered. Learning healthier ways to be able to establish connections, learning ways to communicate. And that makes so much sense because Virgo is connected to Mercury. Mercury is all about communication, education, all of that. So it only makes sense that we are in that type of space. You may also feel grounded because Virgo energy is grounding energy. It's an earth element. So you may get in your head about some things, but it's not like how it was like last week. Like last week was really, really intense. In addition to this week, I know I told you some scorpionic energies. A lot of water elements are still coming into play as far as when we have this solar eclipse in Libra in a few days. But it's still not as, to me, it's not as wacky as it was last week. Now there are some energy shifts, but the main thing that I noticed that helps me are two things: self-awareness, like observing my behavior, observing how I react, and grounding. So if I feel like I'm all over the place, I know how to detach and like ground myself in a sense where I remove distractions, remove like social media, remove the phone, remove talking to people that, especially if it's a sensitive subject at the time that I can't really deal with and see things clearly, removing myself from those situations and then getting back to it and then addressing it, apologizing or doing right. Even when I feel stubborn at times, I still know what to do. I still honor um that energy, because it's like if you get in your ego too much, or if you get so caught up in not wanting to look wrong or not wanting to look a certain way, then you'll like limit your growth, and you'll limit the growth and development of that relationship that you're actually working on or to establish. So again, I'm not telling you something that I don't know or I haven't been experiencing these last couple of weeks. It's really showing me how much I've grown and how much I need to grow. And that's a good thing. Like with this human experience, you're not like you haven't aced it, right? Because you're here. So apparently there's some things that you wanted to experience, excuse me, and apparently there's some things that we all need to work on. Simply put, show me the crowning energy, spirit. Show me the crowning energy. I'm just doing a prayer. You do whatever resonates with you. Today, I started off like with an extreme amount of gratitude and positivity. I couldn't explain it, given the fact that I didn't really have that much sleep, given the fact that I had a lot of stuff to do. It was just something about the energy that I just was feeling really good. With this energy, it all makes sense because Jupiter actually wants to communicate with us. Jupiter is about good fortune, expansion. It's also connected to Sagittarius as well as Pisces. And a lot of us are looking for ways to expand, looking to ways to deepen our growth, to learn, to have better connections, to just overall just do better and live better. So from what I'm gathering with this energy, there is an expansiveness that we can actually tap into. Now, the thing with Jupiter, it expands whatever you're dwelling on. So wherever your current state of being is, it will expand. So if you are on this path of negativity, as far as not seeing things in a different light, having a better perspective about your current circumstances, if you are focused on the things that are not going right or not really seeing the bigger picture, you can actually expand that energy with Jupiter. So, on the flip side, if you are on a higher vibration, if you're seeing the bigger picture, if you are putting positivity into your current circumstances and just expressing gratitude, just merely expressing gratitude, as simple as it sounds, it can do wonders for you. And it will really shift you into an energy of like an overflow of abundance, like a good feeling, like a good vibe, even when you feel like you may not have everything that you desire or everything that you want or need. So it will actually make you feel like all is well, like there's this positivity that you can tap into. And that's what I'm encouraging you all, that this energy is very expansive if you tap into it. If you shift your energy as far as what we're currently experiencing, there may be some challenges that may come your way. But if you just like allow those emotions to kind of like flow through you and to pass and like to be present and enjoy those moments of contentment, those moments of peace, even if it's brief, you can expand that energy so it's not just brief, it's actually longer than expected, like days and weeks and months and years that go by. And I'm hearing the energy of timeless. So a lot of us are desiring a life that is full of contentment, a life that is full of connections that are loving, collaborative, um, just a sense of peace and wellness that a lot of us are desiring right now. The number on here is 18. 1 plus 8 is actually 9. So there is a completion going on as far as things that we needed to learn from the past. I'm getting, so if there's like some karmic connections, if there are some karmic lessons, major lessons that we have finally gotten the aha, the light switch has finally come went off and said, okay, we got it now. We get it, we understand it, we grasp it, we acknowledge it, we take ownership on our parts as far as how we participated or showed up in the world. Now we can actually see how that helped us and it prepped us for that next cycle, so that when you go into your next cycles, it's not like you're bringing in old stuff or bringing in old habits. And I have to say, you don't have to be perfect, like feeling like you're on this scoreboard, or you have to like score like really high to make sure um you pass the test or these lessons. And it's not a thing where you have to go into hermit mode to avoid certain lessons, because you can't avoid them, because once you come out of the hermit mode, you're going to still be interacting with the world day to day. So it's nothing that you can avoid or hide from. It's something that you have to face head on. And if you shift your energy as far as those lessons that come to you, they're just only there to bring up any energies or stored emotions or feelings of unworthiness, feelings of abandonment, being discarded, or at least the fear of that. All that come up, and you can really get to the heart of the matter. Why do I feel those things? Have I had past experiences where I felt like I wasn't heard, or someone of a higher authority, or they were more aggressive, that kind of shunned me from actually communicating honestly, with transparency, and like with an open heart? Now is the time to really release all of that, because I'm telling you, this next cycle that's coming up, or that we're actually in, is an energy where you can trust those people that actually come into your circle. Especially if you've done the work, they're assuring you in so many ways that it is safe to love, it is safe to be open, it is safe to communicate, it is safe to um be able to confide in them and all of that. But also, you have to have that energy exchange where, if you're receiving that, you have to be the one to reciprocate as well, and not just absorb, and just take. Be able to have that middle ground to balance that exchange. And it's not going to be always 50-50. It may be 75-25. I don't know. But as long as there's an exchange and everyone feels connected, this is the energy I'm getting from Venus and Virgo. And I'm telling you, this energy that we're experiencing right now, even though we see the highlights of war, even though we see destruction and aggression, and that's solely because of this energy of Mars, right, with Aries, because we're on this axis where the north node, or the true node, is in Aries, and the descendant, um, or the south node, is in Libra. But there's still an energy of, what I'm hearing is negotiations. There's still energy of communication and collaborative efforts, and seeing the other side, or seeing the other perspective or person's point of view. There's still an ability for all of us to tap into an energy of harmony, trust. And a lot of that goes on first on the inside, then it manifests on the outside with other individuals. Okay, so that's what I have from that Jupiter energy. I really felt a positive shift, a positive change, even in spite of situations that come up to, give way of like attention seekers, distractions, making you feel like, whoa, where did this come from? but I'm getting like an assurance energy, assurance. Okay. So Spirit, give me 3 cards for positives, and then I'm going to get 3 cards for challenges so we can have a heads up of what the energy and what to expect for the next few days. Give me a heads up for the positives, please. Some of you will experience some good fortune in regards to your finances. I don't care if it's an unexpected check, or if it's a I just heard rebound. So let's see, rebound. It may be connected to a refund. So like, say for instance, if you not necessarily filed your taxes, even though I'm kind of hearing that. I guess it depends on what type of tax returns that you have to fill out. I know sometimes I have to report monthly for some of my state sales tax. So I guess it depends. But if, say for instance, I'm getting like overpayment energy. So say for instance, you thought that you owed a certain amount and you've been paying towards this, or even if you didn't think you owed it, you were just paying towards something, and then you end up overpaying and then they refund you that overpayment. Or even from what I'm hearing, just good news around stability, like financial stability. 999 may be of significance for some of you all, as well as 888, and I just heard 444. Okay, so the positives that are coming out, one is spiritual strength, and that is the number 9. Okay, spiritual strength. A lot of you are getting a crown chakra activation, but it's in connection to your heart space. So your heart may actually be activated during this time, where you can actually see the other person's point of view, like I mentioned before, where you can actually collaborate with others, and there's harmony there, harmony restored in connections that may have had some difficulties in the past. I'm also seeing forgiveness of self as well as others. So this will be a perfect time for you to hash out things and communicate clearly. I'm also getting partnerships and alliances. Okay, so that's number 3. Partnerships and alliances. Like I said, if you really want to get some things done to really like honor your relationships, honor your friendships, whatever connection you may have, this will be the perfect time to do so. And I heard win, win, win. Okay, so give me another one, Spirit, for the positives. And I hope y'all are doing okay. Y'all hanging in there. And this energy is only to help us. Um, what I just saw, like when you get a pedicure, and like sometimes they get like the shavings of like the calluses or whatnot on your feet. I just saw that image. So it's a thing where, hey, you may need a pedicure, but a deeper message I'm getting is that we're getting rid of those calluses in those areas of those unhealed parts of us. So if it's a thing where your heart space, you've had calluses because of people that have hurt you, betrayed you, or even if you felt like you betrayed yourself, if you had some issues as far as childhood experiences that kind of tarnish the way you view people, I'm seeing that there is being a healing done in those particular areas. Okay. And again, solar eclipse in Libra, which is the 14th, will definitely help clip out any residual energy, anything that is not helping you in your process. Okay, give me one more, Spirit, for uh, positivity, positives for this current energy. And if you come to this reading, say for instance 2, 3, 4 weeks down the road, even next year, if we still have this platform, I'm seeing that a lot of you will still resonate with this energy. So these are timeless readings. Even though I say current energy, is current energy from whenever you come to this. And this is beautiful, y'all, what I'm about to show you. So a lot of heart chakra energy. So this is a spiritual union. So a lot of us are connecting to the people that are not a lesson, in a sense where you feel like, oh, this is so dreadful, not in a negative sense. And again, that's all about perspective too. This is more so like a hopeful or positive change, as far as if you've been attracting that same old emotionally unavailable, detached individuals. I'm seeing that a lot of you are finally connecting with people that actually want the same things as you, that desire commitments, that desire honesty, loyalty, faithfulness, all that kind of stuff, all the good stuff, right? I'm seeing that parties are more willing to be in that open space. Whereas in the past, you may have attracted individuals that didn't want to communicate, that would shut down, that would tune you out, or just not feel safe, and it seemed like the energy wouldn't mesh. From what I'm gathering here, it's like you're finding kindred souls or kindred type energy, because I keep hearing kindred. So like really deep soulful connections. And if you want to call this karmic, it's more so like the good karma, I guess they call it dharma, where those connections that you felt like you longed for and you desired, they're finally showing up for you. Now I can't guarantee you the actual length of those connections. I can't do that. But I can say that you're now starting to see, like, I'm seeing like pebbles like leading to somewhere. So it's like giving you hints or glimpses of you're on the right track, because you're attracting these type of individuals. You're on the right track because you're attracting these type of um connections, or invitations to certain things, being able to rub elbows with different people of influence, but not just any kind of influence, like affluence, but they are on a higher vibration. So there are some people that have affluence, or they're very magnetic, but they may not be on a higher vibration. They may be on a lower vibration. Okay. So I'm seeing that a lot of you are connecting with people that resonate with your energy, because of the growth, because of the spiritual strength, because of the awareness and the healing that you have been doing. Show me the challenges, Spirit. Give me 3 cards for challenges. Disruption card came out. I'm about to show you, but I heard alarming news. Firm foundation. There may be a disheveling or dismantling of household situations. Um, and even the house I'm looking at is even like governmental establishments as well. Um, that's interesting. So 1 and 6 is 7. Okay, so disruption, that's like the Tower card if you're familiar with Rider-Waite Tarot. So there may be some significant news that will change the trajectory of where you are as far as your path. I'm also seeing firm foundation. So again, further emphasizing commitments, especially deep commitments, contractual agreements that may come up to be reevaluated. Um, I mentioned that Pluto in Capricorn, I believe that was in retrograde. I think it gets out to like on the 10th or something like that. But it's like the structures of power are being dismantled. Pluto energy is influencing this. I'm also hearing the planet Uranus. I don't necessarily know exactly. I think Uranus was in Taurus at one point. But I'm hearing Jupiter, Uranus, Pluto energies, as well as Mars energy are all like working together. I'm hearing Scorpionic energy. Scorpionic energy is connected to Mars as well as Pluto. So I find that interesting. So if you're an astrologer, or you are tapped into those type of sciences, because I do feel like that's like a science, feel free to drop a comment below or on this video to let me know what your insight is on that. Movement, choices, and decisions. Okay, so a lot of you all have some decisions to make. but you're going to receive clarity as far as the next moves. Again, I heard wishy-washy, or but when I see wishy-washy, I'm seeing a washing machine. So, and it's like washing some clothes. It's in the midst of a cycle. So it seems like at one point you may have like a great deal of clarity, and then sometimes you, I just heard Neptune. Okay, so Neptune, Piscean energy, coming up to the forefront, where you may not necessarily understand all that is going on. And some of it is in the background as far as your situations that you may be experiencing, but try not to focus on that, okay? Set your intentions. Of course, have your prayer of protections, or however you resonate as far as your protection mechanisms. I'm seeing that a lot of us need to do spiritual cleanses. So again, um, salt baths, going near water, even being in water, that will really be good. I'm hearing detox and like cleanse. Some of you actually need to cleanse your liver. I just heard that. So if you can look for detoxifying herbs, detoxifying juices, please make some adjustments so that your liver can reset, okay? And your liver can heal itself. Um, so what I'm looking at as far as movement, choices, and decisions, it's things regarding love that is on the forefront. I'm hearing relocation. Even if it's like 30 minutes away, you're looking to move out of a certain living situation. Some of you are focused on the coin as far as your stability. Some of you may actually be considering getting another job or finding another stream of income. Some of you are actually looking at what you can embark on as far as your new endeavors. So if you can see in this card, I know I got that glare off my ring light, but there is just different issues that are highlighted that may be coming up as a challenge, because some of you may not have the clarity that you're desiring to actually know what exactly is going on, like what steps that you need to make. I heard promotion with this, okay? Recognition and reward. You may also see 333. And I'm seeing 222, 22 may be significant. So recognition and reward, some of you are looking for external validation, getting the green light from others in regards to your affairs, like your endeavors or even commitments. Some of you are waiting for someone else to like respond or take notice of all the things that you have done. In some instances that can kind of trip you up, so I would recommend you not get so caught up in what others think. The ones that really get you or want to get you, they will take the time to understand you. They will take the time to allow you to release, to vent, to speak with your own truth and with your own convictions, and not judge you in the sense of condemnation or rejection or abandonment or whatever fears that you may have had in the past. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing as far as the challenges. But I want to pull a positive card as far as for us to connect with. Just give me a minute. I'm trying to see if I should do an affirmation card or should I. Let me see, y'all. Let me see what one of my decks, what one I want to use. Oh, I just heard use rider weight. So old school. Okay, keep it simple. I have like a few decks, but I have like my good old faithfuls that I that are true to me, that I always return to, that I can consistently get information from. I'm gonna pull out my Halloween cards like towards the end of the month, pull out some extra stuff. That would be cool for one of these readings. But give me some word of advice or word of encouragement for the current energy, spirit. Just begin to like express gratitude, y'all. Like even on this live, express gratitude. Every time when I start expressing gratitude and just be like in the moment of peace and like being thankful, it's like I get emotional. Like I really get like this overwhelming feeling that just starts to like cover me, and I like want to cry because I just feel that, I don't know, I just grateful. That's all. Um, the Emperor. Spirit is asking us to be in our authority, to be in our power. But I'm also hearing to be a balanced, authoritative person. So with that type of power, yes, joy. That is perfect. That is a perfect word. With this energy, with this vibe that I'm getting from this card, is saying that be a balanced authority in your life. So don't ego trip, you know what I'm saying, having all these power struggles and wanting to, and the need for to control people or control circumstances. I'm seeing that you don't need to do that. That when you stand in your power, there the respect will come. When you stand in your power, the honor will come. The achievements that you are desiring will come. Even the connections that you're desiring, when you're in your correct power. So not in over assertive or aggressive energy, but a balanced authority in your life. Seeking validation outside of you is not suggested during this time. Of course, if you have trusted, true friends and connections, mentors, spiritualists that you resonate with, of course, it's okay to see their side of or view in regards to recommendations or suggestions regarding your life. But overall, you have the final say so. Okay. You and spirit have the final say so. And to me, that's one and the same because, that energy is, you're connected, right? It's not a disassociation. So once you tap into that inner authority, you don't have that fear of whether or not someone's going to get over on you. You don't have that fear of whether or not something's going to work out for your greater good. That all those things, those worries or concerns, when you're in your power, you don't have to worry about that. And so spirit is asking us to tap into that power. Spirit is asking us to actually tap into the energy of initiation and bringing about change. And even if you may not know the change that you need, setting just merely setting those intentions will help you out a great deal. Especially with this energy coming up for the eclipse season, just being able to surrender that need for control, surrender to being the know-it-all, surrender to trying to figure it all out. That will really help you. Okay. Surrendering is not something of a coward. Surrendering is not something that is a negative thing. It's actually a positive thing, especially when you don't have it all figured out and you don't really necessarily know all the next steps. Trusting in the divine, trusting in your path, trusting that all will work well within your best interest, like having that confidence and that trust and that faith within that. Rest assured that you will have the steps ordered for you and that everything will fall into place in divine alignment. Okay, so that's all I have for this reading for the current energy. I'm glad that you were able to get on here to catch me for that little piece of information I wanted to share with you all. Be encouraged. Keep your spiritual protection game up. Um, Love and support others. Forgive others. Have compassion for yourself. Okay. Again, this is a perfect energy to get your health game on, to make sure your lifestyle is aligned to the things that you desire. If you desire to be a boss, to be top notch, you have to put in the necessary actions for that to happen. Meaning your health has to be right on all levels, right? Not just on a surface. Okay, you're very welcome. And again, Amethyst Goddess from InAlignment Ministries. Check me out on just_her tribe if you want to follow me on social media. And I have various platforms that you can check me out on, and it's in the description box as well. Be well, take care. Happy Monday.